of the time is me just forgetting things. The only thing, yeah, well, the only reason I've said Mr. Jenkins is because there was a movie that Mr. Jenkins was like a really nosy person, and you can hear what I'm saying. And he was a nosy guy, and he got in trouble because he was nosy. Like, he got hit several times on the head, like a dumb cavern guy. And so every time I say Mr. Jenkins, what I mean is nosy neighbors. It's like a code in my mind for nosy neighbors. It's like when your neighbors are spying on you or hearing your conversations with yourself or something. The reason I talk to myself is because if I don't, I forget totally what I'm doing. Sometimes when I'm smoking, I'm able to articulate better. That's why I smoke. It's not a habit actually. It's only because it just helps me articulate. It's not even a habit. If I knew another way of articulating that wasn't that, because before smoking tobacco, I used to smoke weed, and it was for the same reason. And before I was into weed, I was into liquor, but it was for the same reason. Up to like from 0 to 15, I can honestly say that my Asperger's was not a problem because I was so competitive. But when I hit 16 that I didn't want to compete, it was a problem. Not for my parents, but for everybody else. Kind of funny. Um, but I don't want to say Mr. Jenkins is like another way of saying snitch, but like basically. But I'm not talking about a snitch. I'm talking about like me. I don't know. Like I, I've been through a lot of things, and so there's really no way to explain so much. So since I hit 30 a little bit ago, I chose to be competitive, but not sports wise, because that was a sports was the competition type I used to use when I was a kid, and now people take sports too seriously. While back in the day, sports were just like a joke. Like I was appreciated for doing it, but I didn't really want to do it, but I was appreciated for doing it. So like I did it, but like when people started doing it more, I just quit. And I might be a problem for my parents again because now I'm starting to compete with people. But it's not athletics. I can tell you that much. I don't really know what else to say. I mean that's all that I can say. So what I can do in this game, which is what I like, is that I shot. Well, I'm gonna wait for sponsor ego. Okay, there it is. Boom. I needed to catch that, for extra views. Sponsor Eagle or sponsors. It's just the way that this game shows it. So I got the pie, which I don't want, but I could put it in inventory. And now it's sending it over. But since I could play Puggle and keep the money, but I'm just gonna use $1. It only is like $1 to get it faster. So what you do is that you click on inventory. You don't click it in your game. You don't click. You don't like that thing. You click here, and it's right there. I could put it anywhere, but why the fuck would I want to put a pie on my room? So there's another thing I know I can buy. And so let me wait for sponsor Eagle. They call it sponsor Eagle. So I watch a commercial, and it gives me 3 times more. I mean, uh, PewDiePie really did a good job in Tuber Simulator. I just, I want to get as far as, I want to get as far as, I'm always gonna have Tuber Simulator, really. I'm gonna get as big as I can, and if it doesn't affect my memory in terms of phone for processing purposes, if it keeps me sort of on the low, I'll have it there. But I'll just have it there. I'll build a good room, and that's it. I think I'm gonna farm videos with it. I think that's all I'm gonna do. So you go to the brains here, and you click here. And boom. That's it. I think I can. No, I can't. So like any mistake could be a mistake because you should wait for the sponsor. They give you a little bit, but like that little bit adds up. With views we buy shit. Boom, so I have 165 more. So I go here and I see something else. What can I get? Well, whatever that fuck that is. It's like a dumbbell. So you click here, boom, and then you go here, and then you go finish, boom. If you don't have money, use the boosts. But you should be getting, especially if you're doing it quickly, you should be getting more money. So I go here, boom, and I collect the views. So death is a trend, so I'll click on this one. It doesn't mean death. It means like horror or something like that. Like really manly topics. Like it's the opposite of makeup. It's like gaming shit. It's seriously just a gamer thing. So I had more. So right now I'm getting the shipping of that thing. Oh, I didn't buy nothing yet. Okay, so it's available. So I can buy something. I can get this thing. I don't really need that. But the only way, like, you throw things in your inventory to, like, puff it up, and the bigger it gets, you know, the more things you can buy. And eventually you're gonna be able to get really cool shit, like the rare items. So, for some reason, because that was a makeup thing, I exceeded like 3 points on the makeup department. Of course, the makeup is tied to furnitures, but you can put them in. You could. This is your room. It's like you give it to your mom or something. Like you give it to your neighbor. Like you don't have to have it. The point is purchasing small things until you purchase things you really want. So, I could use a hook. Double views for 24 hours. Active. Oh, I could activate that and activate this. That will be a good thing. I remember. I played this game before, so I know how it is. Here you get that. Boom. Not bad for a new talent. Not great, but not bad either. That's PewDiePie's actual words in this game were those. Well, I'm not really bad or good. I'm just okay, I guess. So sometimes you can, well, you can get this one with the advertisement, but I don't know if I can. Sometimes you can't, sometimes you can. I don't know. It's like it's like a it's like a thing of uh, it's like a thing of how to explain it. It's like luck. So I go here, finish, yeah, boom. It takes only 2 hours to get there, but I used one extra buck for it to come straight to my house. It's not a buck. It represents more. Like let's say instead of one, instead of one digit, it's two digits. So it's like I used $10 because it was small. But if you have something big coming, it's a lot more than that. Like it'll be the double digits on this, but in real life it would be the triple digits. I mean, this is just a minimalized expression. So let's wait for the next sponsor, Eagle, because those sponsors are really good. Okay, so commercials. Always hit the commercials. It doesn't matter what you see. You could be scarred for life, but it's okay. As gamers, we're supposed to be like sort of kind of apathetic of things anyways. So, it's just business. And luckily some commercials are really short. There's some commercials are really long, but there's other commercials that are really short. So just be happy when you have one that's short. Because it's a chance thing. So next thing, so the next thing I want candles, but I don't want them in my room because I hate candles. I don't like them. They creep the shit out of me. Back in the day, it was light, but like not anymore. So I got that. So what that means is that I can go here and purchase this. Boom. That's it. Always check if you have extra grains for other things. Like this only takes two. If it takes two, it means that it's something that is less complicated to master. If it's 10, it's more, but if it's 50, it's very. And you get those brains by doing videos. So always check your statuses. I don't have nothing accomplished. Let me see. Can I? So just ask yourself, can I get this? Can I get that? So the cat is very expensive, so that's gonna give me a lot of points. But I actually want a cat right here, anyways. And I don't know how if I click in the purchase. Oh, $2. Okay. It's like I paid $20 extra for a cat, but I have him here now. The cat is a good purchase. It's like your first big thing. Well, not big. It's like your first, not that small thing. You like this game? Rate it. Okay, so rate it. It'll give you a lot of points, especially in the App Store. So just literally do this. Okay, so where is it? Okay. Oh, it's there. So I already rated it because I've already played it. That's not a bad thing because the game is like either telling you to like fix it to your current mind or actually do it for first time. But since I know that I do every move in the way I do hyperbolized moves, which means like I do it in such a way that it's timeless. Like I give every game 5 stars. I tell them they're amazing. I give them endless thumbs up. It's just affirmation companies need, but I have been giving at least half of it to every corporation. Honestly, without corporations, I don't know where I would be. The life of a gamer is sort of kind of like all about corporations. You're the little guy, but your world is corporate. Like you will deal with businessmen. Oh, I can expand it. I don't even have the money. I don't have the money for that even. So I bought a cat. Now you can go for something else. This thing completely useless. Well, not really. Hold on. Let me click it again. It's not that useless. I want this next because I need a place to put documents, physical documents. It's not bad to have a physical documentation of things. It's probably even more wise. So that is my documents box. It's a box, I mean, it's not gonna have a lock yet. Oh, so I got brains. Oh, I missed it. Alright. So what you should do is get the cheaper stuff first. Get all the cheap shit. Boom, boom. This is like you learning how to be a better YouTuber or whatever. So you unlocked that one. That's a good thing. Boom. Nope. Next time I unlock that one. So then that one is gonna leave me exploring those later. Brains are only for knowledge. So then you go here, you get new items. I got a hockey puck. I have a rug. I have a plant. I want another plant for my table. Um, you got a bed. You relatively don't need a bed because most YouTubers, well, not most, but some YouTubers do YouTube from their room, but some YouTubers do YouTube from another room that they have predisposed for that purpose. So let's suppose this is a YouTube room. Okay, so these are the choices. Of course, always follow the trends because it gives you more views. So you see the hook. The hook is for 23 hours. The magnet is 23 hours. I mean, it's good to have it synchronized, and it's also good that they have the same time, so you can unlock other things too. Does that mean that you might have the money for it? Okay, so I have that wall. I want to go with walls because I do not like that basement facade I have. Here, I'm not gonna have. Okay, so let's say the fucking door is there, because you have to have a door. So my door is there. I'm gonna have to move my cat closer to, the poster. You gotta make sure small things don't get on your way because they could totally be invisible and ruin your spacing. That's what animals do. They guard their food. So let's say the door is there. I can have a plant there. So a plant would be the next thing I want, but I just can't buy it yet. And if my time runs up 30 minutes, I still have 10. But if my time runs up, then I'll have to like do it the next time. So I have it. I have that in overdrive. We can't do it faster than that, unless you use $50, which would be purchased money. These are all the actual legal ways of doing it without purchasing. I played this game before. I know what I mean. I want to plant on my desk. I don't want to plant there. What I want is like a funny light, like a standing light or something. Sometimes you get commercials, so whenever you get them, just hit them. I mean, don't be shy. You know, if you're not working with actual money, you work with commercials. So I have a ball over my table. I'm gonna have on my desk right now is just a cardboard uh, square basically, but I'm gonna have my plant right there, and I'm gonna have a light over there, right between my table and the. That is basically like kind of like a seat, kind of like I don't know, like it's just a square, you know, like right next to me I have a square which is like a miniature nightstand, and I use it for like small things, and then I have a big nightstand for big things. That's exactly how I do it. Boom. So I'm basically a lot closer to buying. So if you want your walls changed, you could just go ahead and get yourself like I prefer getting white. I know I'll be broke as hell if I get the wall, but like the wall is seriously more my necessity because these walls look like a bitch. They look like they've been through war. I mean, in another context, it would be fine, but in my context, it's pretty much the fact that I'm fucked up and broke. And being a YouTuber is all about making money through the internet. You know, it's like it's become the ultimate way of making money as a gamer, which a lot of people will follow me up for sure. So I'm being a pioneer here, just trying to show you how to make it yourself. So I just need basically 1,000 more for a white wall, and I'm going for white because I like white. White makes me feel good. This one is a raggedy gray. That's gone, man. It makes me look like I found, well, basically the truth. I found a place to hide, but now I have to fix it. So the reason that that poster is actually right there is because it's the background, although it's all across the room. But this whole room is for YouTube purposes. So all of the things I have there are for me to like feel that my work is, valuable. Ooh, got that. Oh, that gets me views. Oh, hold on. Okay, sponsor Eagle. Da, 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 da. Boom. Ooh, I got it. And then I go here, and then I continue the trend. Oh, well, I gotta break the trend. Because I'm a gamer, I'll go with that. It's like a game of a dog or something. You set your trends at will, you know? There's really no good or bad way of doing that. Oh, I think I only need one more sponsor for the wall. Let me wait for the eagle. You might be wondering why you can't see my face, but it's because I want my face to show up only if it's necessary. Because honestly, I've looked at my last video, and my last video looks like me looking at the straight nothing. I'm not really looking at nothing, I'm just concentrated. Because if I do something wrong, it could fuck up my game. So, yeah. So, look, that is my room now. The same thing, but looks a lot brighter. That's what you do, you fix it. So, right now I'm broke. Let me see. Okay, so I have 5 minutes. I might be able to get that. I have to wait for the sponsor. Okay, guys. Another thing is that it's not gonna be called part. It's gonna be called dot p dot number dot. So it's the name and then that. It just. I'm tired of writing part. P-A-R-T. I'm not going to like write part too much. It's just giving me carpal tunnel, you know. All right, so I might not be able to get anything else, but next time I get back on, I'm gonna look at my white wall and I'm gonna be like, hell yeah! It's like you painted the walls. Okay, so the floor is another topic, but that could be dirt. I don't care about the floor. The floor is very expensive. The floor is actually like up there with disco balls and crazy shit like that. You basically have a floor. You don't even know made of what, but you have some type of floor. You deal with it until you're able to get more money. Boom. Okay, it certainly helps, but this is halfway there only. Morning my digit pet. Okay, so I guess the names have to do with the combinations. Like a YouTuber like PewDiePie is a combination YouTuber. He will grab like certain items, talk about them all, and the way he's gonna like the way that this is algorithm, this entirely around. Like if I had my YouTube simulation game, it would be like if you beat games, you get money. Like you had to actually beat games, and they're hard. Well, not really. They're like hard to a certain point. You could like, I will be very merciful with commercials. I'm gonna tell commercial people that my game is gonna be a game full of commercials, so that you can have a way to beat it without. But it's gonna be much more techy than this. Like for example, you'll probably start with a little desk, but it's gonna be like maybe like that. The thing that like the nightstand right there with the banana on it, that is basically a joke. I'm a Nicaraguan, so like our main export is bananas. It's just a little joke, man. I just wanted a banana on it. I don't know why. It's like, have you ever heard slipping on bananas? Well, you can't because it's not on the floor. You can't slip on something that is not on the floor. Okay, so I claim those. The good thing about having viewers is that the more viewers you have. So okay, so I'm in a cross. I'm in a I'm in a cross situation here, but I'm gonna feed onto the pet situation because you don't want to like override a topic. You could mention it. You have to form at least three basic trends per sitting. When you return, it's basically back to nothing. So if I played this game for 20 hours, which would never happen, basically I'm done. I only have 1 minute. I don't have enough to buy anything. But next time I get on, I'm probably gonna have more commercials available, and it probably like that's gonna be finished. Okay, so guys, I don't wanna stretch this out too much, but being the first actual video that I actually take absolutely seriously from like my 33 videos of YouTube, which most have been just like fillers, and I'm not gonna lie, most were just fucking fillers. I was picking on a friend, and it turned out that, like at the end, I was actually picking on myself because it was close to what I wanted, but not exactly. So it's almost like that room, like I had a mold, but I just had to find a way to do it mine, you know? So it's exactly like that. If don't waste in nothing decorative. What will make you more money is things that are like objects, like actual fucking objects. I know that it's kind of weird because if I had my game, it would be so much more hallucinant than this. You would feel like on shrooms the whole time. Everything would be more like it wouldn't be this bright. It would be darker than this. Not dark, but like it would be darker than this. I can tell you that much. The perspective of PewDiePie as a Swedish person is probably very sun oriented. Not impressive for Europeans because Europeans are very up there close to the snow, so they appreciate the sun. A person from Brazil probably likes the night, but I kind of like the afternoon because Nicaragua is really kind of like, I don't know. The afternoons feel fine. The night is kind of just the night, and the day is the day. So it won't be like the total darkness, but it's gonna be a little more dark. Okay, so I have stretched it out. I don't know if I can, but I'm crossing my fingers that I can at least get one more thing. Hold on. So I go here. This thing right here is super expensive, but it's something I can get easily right now by doing this. Boom. I put it in inventory. Pretty sure. So now I'm level 5. 6. Well, 5.5. So I should click here and I have the thing there. Okay, good. So that's it, guys.